Hey guys, kinggath here to talk more about sim settlements. In this video, I want to cover the dynamic needs system. The dynamic needs system is a way to change the requirements your settlers have over time. So rather than always requiring the same amount of water and food and power, those numbers can change based on various factors. Things like the level of the building, the number of plots you have, the VIPs can affect it, the type of stores, everything can have little effects on the needs that your settlement has. Now, I'm going to preface this all by saying this is an optional system. If you don't want the needs changing and you just want to use this mod for the visual perks, you can absolutely turn that off. I think you're going to find that that's a common theme throughout this mod, is that most of the features were done modularly so that they can be switched off if you don't like them. I'm going to describe some of the needs and how you can figure out what they are exactly. So if you approach any plot and look at its post, you'll see that there's an option called Look at Plaque. Now, the plaque serves several purposes. The first purpose, and one of the things that was super important for me to get in this, was to put a name on the building and to give credit to the creator. And that's because, like I said, in previous videos, I dreamed this up with the idea that the community could add whatever they want to it. But I think it's important because us mod authors feed off of likes. So if you don't give props to people for what they do, they stop giving a damn and won't keep building it. So I want everybody who contributes to this mod to get credit for their work. So if you see a building that's particularly cool and you love it, look at the plaque, find the name of that person, look them up on Nexus, and give them a virtual high five so that they know they're doing good work. The second half of this plaque is showing you the specific dynamic need effects that are coming off of this plot. Now, they could happen due to the plot itself or due to the owner. So they're all combined here so you understand what's going on if you care about those numbers. If you're not interested in the specifics of gameplay systems and the numbers under the hood, you can pretty much ignore those sections, as those numbers are all rolled up and combined and affecting both the HUD framework piece and the vanilla workshop HUD numbers. Now, the reason that all those needs are rolled up like that is this was a way for me to manipulate the default workshop script system without actually editing those scripts. So a lot of things in the background, such as food and water and scrap generated in your workshop at the end of the day, things like the chance of a raid or chance of raid success, those are all affected by these ratings. So by doing this negative modifier system, I was able to kind of manipulate the system without editing the scripts. Now, one of the backfires of that is that it then creates situations where there can be negative numbers, which, if you see up at the HUD there, we've got a 999 defense, and that is because the default workshop's HUD does not support negative numbers, and that's because none of the vanilla items can create that situation. So now that I've introduced this new situation, I had to introduce a fix. And now this is, again, where the HUD framework piece comes to save the day, and another recommendation for why you should get it if you're going to use this mod. So right now we're at a -1 defense. So when we build this item, instead of our defense going to 5, which is the number of defense that this thing creates, it goes to 4 because it's going to compensate for that extra security that this home is now requiring us to have. So if you don't like this system, you can shut it down. But this is just a way to be able to manipulate those numbers and change the way the settlements interact with the world and how they create things over time, so that it'll change and not just be boring static numbers. Alright, so that covers the basics of the dynamic needs system. Just know that if you left your meters full and then you come back after some upgrade messages and see that they're not, that system is why. So in the next video, I will talk about some of the ways this mod aims to make these cities feel more alive.